Hey everybody. Happy Monday. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Woo! Who we got here? We've got Mona and Kevin and Linda and Dan. Dan, make your reservations, Dan. If we're gonna do that convoy thing, make your reservations. A pox on the stream bot. Stream Elements doesn't have chicken pox. I mean, not that it can get chicken pox, but hey Gord, how are you? I know, Linda. He loves that opening. It's like he thinks it's like the greatest thing ever. Which I do have to say, it is pretty snazzy. Dan, listen to me. Dan, listen to me, Dan. Oh, smallpox. Hey, Dan from New York. Listen to me, Dan from New York. How is everybody doing today? Hey, Cookie. I had chicken pox, but I didn't have. I was vaccinated for smallpox. Carol's here. Hey, everybody. Why don't you stand up and give yourself a round of applause? Hey, Charity. Charity is behind Fatima and to the left. Why are you green? Oh, because you were gifted a membership for the month of January, Gord. Gifted. I know you're all booked. I saw that. You're behind Fatima and one site over. I'm a Gen X. I'm not a boomer. You're welcome. He's got a CD after his name, Dan. It's a little CD. And there is frickin' Mona. Frickin' Mona. Yeah, I said it. I said frickin' Mona. So how was everybody's weekend? We took down the Christmas tree. That was the highlight of my weekend. It's supposed to be there, Gord. YouTube is weird. Fatima's a member too, and she doesn't show up as being green. I don't know. It's weird. The temperature today was 48, I believe it was. And yeah, it did. Like Saturday flew by. I don't know where the hell Saturday went, but let me look at the weather now. It's 38. This is our weather for the rest of the week. By the way, if your better half pours some whiskey into a 20-ounce Coke for New Year's but doesn't drink it, make sure you don't take it to work. No, you didn't, Kevin. Wow. Thanks for the share, Guru. I appreciate it. Wow. Oh, I have a hoodie on. Yeah, it's cold enough for a hoodie. Yeah, he must have took one swig of that and said, "Oh, nope, I can't." What the hell is in my soda? Wow, that's crazy. You'll have fun. You and Dan will have fun there, Charity. I mean, Don. Don. Starts with a D. You know, that guy. That guy that you're married to. So, Dan, do you think the vintage RV is going to make it there this year? So, not much else going on here. Hey, William. That's what's wrong with those peeps that poor Rob has to work with, right? Speaking of Rob, I know he hurt himself, so he's not feeling well, but Rob had a contest on his channel like sometime last month, I think it was. And then he did a wheel of names, and I won the contest. So yesterday, my prize came in the mail, and let me tell you something. I was like totally blown away what he sent me for my prize. This was insane. He sent me a 36-piece paintbrush kit. So that was pretty cool. Dan, focus. I asked you a question, damn it. Yeah, he and then these brushes are like no joke, Linda. He they come in a little canvas roll-up bag. They're Artify. They're made by Artify. There's um synthetic as well as I guess they're I'm not sure what kind of real bristles they are, but look at the size of these brushes. Yeah, there's a whole. The only things that aren't in here are fan brushes, but it's all flat brushes, and then the pointed brushes. Yeah, that's a mop brush, and then there's a whole bunch of these. And then there's some flat ones in there too, but I was really he I was really surprised. So this is the meetup, Dan, that you're supposed to go to, and then we go back to your house and boondock for one night. Oh, thanks for renewing, Kevin. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like really save these, Linda. I really do. I really don't want to use them. I'm gonna, these are gonna be like the good brushes. Well, I'm glad they did, Kevin. I appreciate it. Why wouldn't they let you rejoin? Is He's like, Google, let me rejoin. After that fiasco that you had with the bank, they better let you rejoin. So yeah, it's this is what it looks like all rolled up, Linda. Hey, Bree. No, it's not all booked up, Dan. You gotta make. I was. Will you listen to me, Dan? I just asked you a question. Did you make your reservations for M23 yet? Because you said you were gonna go, and then we were both gonna follow you back to your house for one night before we went to Vermont. He's not listening to me. Focus, Daniel. Focus. It's a travel setup. Yeah, it's like amazing. I really wasn't expecting it. What else is new, Bree? She yaks your ear off every day on the way home from work. You know that. So yeah, I'm not gonna use those. Those are gonna be like the special brushes. Yeah, Gord, I wasn't feeling it. It really didn't save us any time after it was all said and done. Um, she is good at talking, and last year, not last year, the year before, we stayed at Dan's house for one night. Um, so we thought it was going to save us all this time and hassle, and then it really didn't. So, well, go get some, Linda. Or you could have Gord bring it to you. I mean, yeah. See, here they call them disco fries. Cheese and bacon and gravy, they call them disco fries. So maybe Dan will focus now and answer my question. Jim's not here, Carol. He's at a meeting. I am unsupervised. It's too far to drive. Yeah, he's not here. So anyway. No! Whee! Yes, I am alone. For the time being. I am, yes. It's that time of year where all of his meetings and stuff start up at the Masonic lodges, so yes indeed. And he had to make an unexpected trip to work today, and he's just like not a happy camper. If he was here, he would be ranting right about now. That I can guarantee you. What's the matter, Gord? Close your mouth, Gord. You're going to catch flies. I've gone missing. Oh, Linda made you blush. Okay. Why have I gone missing? What is he talking about? He's not even focusing. Dan, are you focusing? Absolutely not. You are so not focusing. Yeah, that's why it's quiet. Exactly. It's quiet because she's not here. Linda in the blender. Carol wants to put you in the blender there, Linda. I don't know why. What? Bree, you better get your ass to that meetup. I will kick your butt all the way from New Jersey. Blender night, let's hang out. Fine, Bree, I'm not your friend anymore. Bree has been unfriended by Kevin. Daughter has... Bree, we're good. That means that if you don't go, then Cookie's not gonna go. Thanks, Bree. Jeez. Actually, there's a lot of new people going this year that weren't there the last couple of years. JW's parents are gonna be there. Carol's not going. Hey, V, what's going on? Linda got unfriended by everybody. Now I'm just going to have to crush M23 if it's fully booked. Got my winter hat with ear flaps. It's not. Oh my god. Will somebody please tell Dan that it is not full? It's not totally booked. There's only like 7 sites reserved. Make your damn reservation, Dan. It makes hopes have to be off. Oh, okay, Cookie. Where's Daryl? We're missing this. He said he was going, Kevin, and then we were gonna convoy back to his house. So he has no choice. I mean, I know where he lives anyway, but still, it's like... I hear what? Why are you yelling at me, Carol? What are you talking about? It's not booked, Dan. Yeah, I know. Oh, that's why he can't hear me. Oh, Lord. Now I have to type to him? Now I have to type to him. Alright, fine. We'll type to Dan. We're going to type to Dan. What the heck kind of crap is that? I'm not DJing nude, Kevin. Ain't happening. Hold on, let me type to Dan. I know, right? It definitely Frisia took us off. Your buttocks. Lieutenant Dan, ice cream. No, it's not an X-rated meetup. Nope. Oh, you're reserving 2 spots? Why 2? And now he can hear me. Why are you reserving 2 spots, Dan? I mean, they're only $37 a night, so that's not that expensive, but still. So you can spread out and relax. Although with the size of your motorhome, you might need 2 spots. Bring his goats. Fatima like that. Fatima likes goats. Hey, Sue. That's what Dan is saying, Sue. No flamethrowers allowed here, right? No, not at 77. No, 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 no. No, at site 299. Hey, Fatima. Fatima's next to me. She didn't want to. She didn't want that crazy ass spot she was in last year. Gord. Sounds like it might be a good place to draw up the old toy business. No bow equals no clothes. Now look, are you picking on my camper? They're like, yep. Entrepreneurs welcome. Night, Kevin. Enjoy Jeopardy. What was I looking for? Here it is. There it is. I don't see nude on there. I see Nobo, but I don't see nude. I'm just saying. Wait, let me look on the other side. Hold on. Nope. It doesn't say nude. It says Nobo. Doesn't say it on that side either. Night, Carol. Doesn't say it in the front either. Okay, I think we're good. Just checking. Nowhere on that camper does it say nude. Maybe on the bottom. The bottom. I don't think it says it on the bottom either. On the buttocks. Lieutenant Dan! Ice cream. The only good thing about getting shot in the buttocks is ice cream. Anyway, here I sit. Here I be. We're having like the super warm winter this year. It's been in the high 40s and low 50s. We had a 60-degree day last week. Charity. Michigan is right around at the end of September is like high 50s, mid 60s. Butt talks. Oh, Brie likes TikTok. Witness protection program. Why? Because he knows a guy that knows a guy? That line fits with her question. The famous line from a movie. Yeah. Brie likes the ticky tacky. Ticky tacky. Oh, the Finger Lakes. You don't need Eskimo suits. Jeez, it's not that bad. I think Michigan was the only place that. Well, no, that was Pennsylvania. Because once we started going north, I brought like almost every piece of clothing that I had, like all my tank tops, all my shorts, all my hoodies, my sweatpants, my jeans, because I knew that I was going from warm weather to cold weather to rainy cold weather and then back home. So TikTok is a great way to waste time in a waiting room. Brie likes her ticky tack. Yeah, so we got all of our reservations made and our route planned out. The only thing that's gonna suck is when we get to Ohio. We have like 3 nights in Ohio. We're going to Cuyahoga State Park or Cuyahoga National Park. And with the way that the filming laws are going in these national parks now, I'm not going to be able to get any content. Otherwise, I'll have to pay a fine. Well, Dan, I mean, what the heck? Linda can't work on her Instagram. Why do I need TikTok? And she got locked out of Twitter. Twitter's stupid anyway. I don't like Twitter. So this year I'm not going to bring as many clothes though because I had 2 bags full of clothes and it was obnoxious. I only wore the summer clothes for like 1 week. The rest of the time I was in hoodies and sweatpants. I just like to pull the chains of dimwits there. Twitter's just. My mother rants about Twitter constantly. She has a Twitter account, but she doesn't type on it, she just reads it. So my video this weekend was Cold Hollow Cider Mill. That was a great place to go. They had everything there. So, yeah, there's a lot of new people going this year. JW's parents are going to be there. The Young RVers are going to be there. Cider Mill. No, because we ate them, Sue. But they were really good. They were yummy. The cider itself was really good too. The Apple Barn in Tennessee. Yeah, it's kind of like, I mean, they had every kind of sauce and dip and like anything that you could think of, they had it there. Hot sauces and apple butter and all kinds of stuff. So, yep. I was trying to edit a video over the weekend. I had to chop it up into 2 parts because it was so long. And my editing software was like wreaking havoc on me. It took me like 3 hours to edit like a video that would normally only take me like an hour and a half. Drove me insane. Every time I wanted to do something, I didn't want to do it. Put stuff in there I didn't even ask to put. I'm like, I'm done with you. So, anyway, I use Filmora because I do it all on the computer. I don't edit anything on the phone. Trying to edit on the phone just doesn't make sense to me. Ben and Jerry's is actually, I will tell you when that video is coming out. Ben and Jerry's. Come on, YouTube. Ben and Jerry's comes out on the 21st, so January 21st. Next week's video is the campground that we stayed at in Canada. Oh, it's a lot easier, Brie. Trust me. You'd be like, why am I doing this on my phone? Jared, oh, hey, Don, how are you? Don needs a new laptop. I tried editing on a phone once and I almost threw my phone against the wall. Which one are you using, Dan? Filmora 12 is free. They just did a big update on it, so now they're up to 12. A lot of people use iMovie. No, Adobe. The hell is it? It's really expensive. Adobe. I can't remember the name of it. DaVinci Pro is another one, yeah. There's one that Adobe makes. I find Filmora is the easiest to use. I tried using DaVinci and I was like, what? Those are kind of difficult to use. Windows Video Editor. Now they're pushing Microsoft, whatever. Oh, okay. Yeah, look them up. I mean, all you have to do is type in free editing software, and you there's a bunch of them that'll come up. Filmora is really easy. Yeah, that's what I used on Filmora. Filmora 12, yeah. It's pretty clear cut and easy to use. Although you have to watch because they just did a big update and they added a bunch of new music on there. And I did a Christmas light video. And I used some of the Christmas music in the supposed to be copyright free Christmas music, and I wound up getting nailed for it. So you have to watch. I stick to using their AI music that doesn't have the words in it because, and they're trying to tell me, oh, we didn't know that it was copywritten. Well, guess what? You just caused my video not to be able to get monetized. Thank you very much. What are you gonna do about it? So you have to watch all this new music they put in there. So far, with the other videos that I put up, I haven't had an issue, so. Anyway. But editing can be a bear, especially if you have a video that's really long and you have to sit there and go through it and cut stuff out and yeah, I'd say it's time for a new laptop, definitely. Got stopped from making further content until you finish the house to sell it. Gee, I wonder why, Dan. I thought they didn't want to move. Now they want to move again? Yeah, I just got the notification for that, Gord. I'll have to watch that. Sell the house, don't sell the house. Sell the house, don't sell the house. I like the thumbnail. Let's see what the thumbnail is. This is dangerous. Your family needs to make up their mind, Dan. They wouldn't move to Maryland when you got your job down in Maryland, and now they want to move. Hey, Lance, what's up? Where are you looking to move, Dan? Everybody's making fun of me because I'm eating ice cream for dinner. Well, nothing wrong with that. Well, he's yelling at his broken down laptop, so, you know. So, are you going to eat dessert before dinner? There's no rules. No rules against that. That just shows that you didn't want to cook, that's all. They want a more affluent area, like overpriced houses and bricks for neighbors. Joy, oh my god. And how far is that from where you are now? I mean, you have an empty mansion next to your house, for crying out loud. $30 west. Oh, okay. Really? I mean, your house is pretty big, Dan. Just buy the house next door. It's empty. Wow. But yeah, nothing else really going on. It's already 7:45. 7:45. The brick mansion next door abandoned, haunted, and raccoons are landlords now. He needs to stop. The dogs and daughter are bed. That guy needs to stop being a jerk and just put the thing up for sale and get it over with. Because it's gonna fall down before he decides to sell it. Yeah, he won't. That's what I was just saying. Literally, just saying, he will not let it go. Will not sell it at all. So he's gonna sit there and let the thing fall apart. And by that time, nobody will want it except for the property that it sits on. That's about it. Maybe he likes raccoons. Sorry, but we're full up with crazy here. Right? It's just gonna. Insane, I say. Oh, Gord, did I ask you, Gord? Oh, yeah, I did ask you. The DJ gig is this Saturday, the 14th, 5:30 to 8:30. If you want the link, just let me know and we will email it to you. I'll mention it one more time on Friday before we send the links out Friday night. I think he's home Friday night. I should check the calendar because things pop up sparingly with his schedule now. Yeah, it looks like he's home Friday night. Anyway, really don't have anything else to say. Nothing really new here. We're 90 days away from... No, not 90. 90-something days away from opening day at the campground. Exactly, Dan, right? Pretty much. Not a lot happens during the winter time. Anybody else got anything going on? Actually, the painting will stay here until probably that week, Lord. It's not gonna be in the camper because it'll get moved around 25 times. It'll be I know exactly where it is. It'll be here in the apartment until we're ready to bring it to you. Oh, let's see. Charity, you would have to ask Kevin or Fatima that question. Because I only go to one place and then I leave again, so I really can't answer that. You can go to the Upper Peninsula, which is about 2 hours north, I think. Um, I really don't know. Fatima could help you with that, so could Kevin. In the winter, there's planning, scheming, and family drama. I don't have any family drama. I'm always planning and scheming and causing mass chaos and destruction, but no family drama. Our family is super small, so there's not a lot to have drama about. Hey, Daryl, what's going on? Sleeping Bear Dunes, Mackinac Island, and the bridge. Well, there you go. Gord can help you out with that. My family was big, but they're old and dropping off. Happy New Year, Daryl. I thought I saw you after New Year's, but Happy New Year's anyway. I know Fatima was prepping dinner. I don't know if she would definitely be able to answer that question. I can't do the dunes. I haven't got the 4K they charge you for a rescue. What? What? Okay, Gord. Exactly what is Sleeping Bear Dunes? Now you have to fill us in. Big bucks for rescues if you can't get back up. I'm not sure what Sleeping Bear Dunes is. Hold on, guys. BRB. Talk amongst yourselves, please. Okay. Me. Me. My button's not working again. To go down the dunes to Lake Michigan and back up takes 3 to 4 hours. Spectacular views. Not sure how. So is it like you go with your vehicle, Gord, or is it a hike, or what exactly is it? Dan's button stopped working around for. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Dan. Oh, it's walking. Okay. Gotcha. Big, tall dunes that are very hard to climb back up. Very steep beach sand. Oh, okay. Hold on, I'm just trying to fix the microphone on this thing here. Now I got it. Okay. So what's the insurance? This $4,000 rescue that you have to?
Joey's like, I don't think I'll be doing that when I'm too out of shape. So if you can't get back up, they charge you $4K to rescue you? If I'm understanding that correctly? Wait, let me Google this stuff. Sleeping Bear Dunes National Lakeshore. Sleeping Bear Dunes National Lakeshore National Park in Michigan. Yeah, Don's like, I'm too old and fat for that. I saw a video of it and it's no joke. Very picturesque, but big hike out to the dunes, then big slide or roll down the dunes, hard to crawl back. So why would they even do that to people? That's like nps.gov. Here we go. National Park Service, of course. All right, let's take a gander. Share. Share. Screen. Yes. Window. Chrome tab. Here we go. All right. So. Oh, well, you can go tubing, ski and snowshoe trails. Fees and passes. Oh, it's a challenge. Okay. I'll trust a drone or a YouTuber. Fatima, you're the one that we were asking. Charity and her husband were looking for things to do in the Michigan, and you're from the Michigan, so what do you have a suggestion for them to do? Hey, Crossover, how are you? Park entrance is $25. First off. Commercial bus tours. Learn about the park. You have to watch the videos of people trying to run down and wiping out and rolling the rest of the way down. Are there really bears there, though? This isn't telling me anything. Climbing the dunes. Here we go. Actually thinking about heading over to Niagara Falls. How hard of a drive would that be from there? Well, Dan lives in the Finger Lakes region there, Don. No, Nishuga Booga. And when we drove from Michigan to Dan's house, which is... It took us, what, 8 hours, I think it was? Dan, 8 or 11 hours? I can't. It was 8 hours, that's right. It was 8 hours. No bears. They all died rolling down the dunes. Gord went there in 88 when you went to see AC/DC at the Castle Inn. Didn't even try to go down. I think it took us like 8 hours to get to Dan's house. Make sure you're on live chat, Fatima. 110-minute drive to get to Niagara Falls. Okay, so that's 2.5 hours. No, really, Dan? Oh, this is what they look like? Holy crap. Everybody wants to climb the Sleeping Bear Dune, so come to the Dune Climb located north of Empire on M100. Hey, Jason. Welcome, welcome. Let me Google that, Charity. Let me throw that on maps and see what it says. Merrill, Michigan. To Niagara Falls, New York. You want Niagara Falls, New York, or Niagara Falls, Canada? Because to Niagara Falls, New York is 5 hours and 3 minutes. Niagara Falls, Canada is 6 minutes less. So 6 of one, half a dozen the other. Well, if you go through Canada, you're going to need the passport, Charity. Yeah, that's what they say. Yeah, there's only like between the, whether you go to the New York side or the Canadian side, there's only like a 10-minute difference between the two drive times. Oh, Charity has a fear of getting stuck in another country. It was on my mind too, Don. Don't feel bad. But actually, our crossings going in and coming out were very easy. Cookie did both in the same day. Charity's like, I win the debate. Canudia. Canudia. We would have sent you back. Why? They were just mad because they couldn't catch us because we had all of our paperwork, handed them everything at the booth, and they couldn't find anything to pull us over for. And the woman, when we came back in through New York, because it was easier to come in through New York than it was to go to Vermont and come down, the woman was gabbing with us after she checked everything. She was talking with us for like another 10 minutes, you know, just sitting there joking and laughing and everything. I was like, okay. But that was a super tiny border crossing. It was only like six booths, and there were only 2 open. And then they had you going through like this slalom course after you went through the booth. Then they had these concrete medians set up, so they made you drive like this around the medians, I guess to slow you down before you got out to the traffic light. She was mesmerized by Jim's hair. Oh yeah, no, she was like we answered yes ma'am, no ma'am, blah blah, and then like she had a guy. I guess she was training the guard that was with her in the booth because he was standing there watching her do stuff, and she says to him, go out to the camper and get the license plate number. So I have literally the insurance and registration for the camper in my hand. And I said to her after she sent them outside, I said, I have the paperwork right here. And she's like, oh yeah, well I guess I could have did that too. Alright, whatever. She made him walk for nothing when I had all the paperwork right there for her. She was really cool though. The guy going into Canada, he was like straight up, like no joking, all business, you know. He asked us like 3 questions, handed our stuff back, and we were on our way. But they didn't search the camper either way. I was worried about them, you know, opening the tailgate in the truck and saying what's under the sheet, and all my equipment was back there, and oh my god, like all these ideas were going through my head, but they didn't ask. There was a truck and a camper, 2 cars ahead of us that they actually made pull over, but they didn't make us pull over. Going into Canada is serious. Coming back is not too bad, but you can goof it up. Yeah. Think it's my vote for easy passage. They usually check to make sure they match. They always check the back plate of the truck because the cameras don't pick it up. With the RV in the way, that's right. Yep. They didn't check the truck. They only checked the camper. But yet they didn't have any paperwork to compare it against. The guy just walked out there, and I'm watching him in the mirror. He goes behind the camper, and he comes back. Excuse me, but he wasn't even comparing it against any kind of paperwork I gave him because she never took it to look at it. So, but going into Canada, it was like when when we were going in to Canada. There was a truck next to me, and the guy's honking his horn. I'm like, what is this guy doing? I look over, and it was Christian and Tracy from Tumbleweed RV Life. They were going back in also. It was pretty funny. I'll have to make sure I got all your paperwork because eventually I want to go back home. Yeah, I mean, we had a stack of paperwork like this, and it included all of the reservations that we made at all the campgrounds that we went to. It was our licenses, registration, and insurance for the truck and the camper. It was um, our COVID cards, our passports, everything. We had everything in a folder, and we just handed them the folder, and then they would look at what they wanted. Yeah, that's true too, Gord. And plus, when you do that, I don't know if they're making you do it now, that Canada app thing anymore. Um, but they have all that information that you upload from the website as well. And they didn't even ask to see the app on Jim's phone, which had all of our information on it as well. They didn't even want to see that. So, and I'm sure that when you pull into the booth, they have a camera there that takes a picture of your license plate anyway. So I'm sure they could pull up all your information from that too. I've only ever traveled out of the country once, and that was a cruise to the Bahamas. Yeah. Well, that was the first time I've ever been out of the country as well. And then I find out from my father about a month ago that I was supposed to contact my car insurance company um, because they were supposed to add on something to the insurance to cover us while we were up there. He's like, yeah, I just got this letter in the mail from the insurance company. You might want to take a look at this. And I'm like, oh, it's kind of late now. Like, I didn't even think about having to contact the insurance company for the truck. We shot the wedding of one of the leads that developed the app. He asked how I liked it. I told him I would have charged him double if I knew that in advance. Yeah, but just make sure make a list if you have to, Charity. Make sure you got all your ducks in a row. So, when we were coming back, instead of driving all the way through Ontario and having to get stuck in a horrible mess in Montreal, we dipped back down into New York into this small border crossing that Bruce had told us about. Because going through Ontario, we were hitting through there at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it was like rush hour traffic in New Jersey. It was crazy. And I said to Jim, I said, that's it, I'm done. It's like disco fries, Charity. It's like French fries with bacon and cheese and gravy, and I don't like soggy French fries, so I don't put gravy on them, but yeah, we would check the what freaking website was that? At the time that we went, we weren't allowed to bring in whole fruits and vegetables. If they're diced up, they're okay. But don't bring in a whole fruit or vegetable, like, they will take that. If it's diced up in a Ziploc bag, it's fine. Chicken, eggs, and it changes from week to week. Like every week we would check the website to see if they've changed the rules or not. Oh, loaded fries, okay. Because they will empty out your fridge if you got stuff in there that they don't want you to bring over. We made it a point to have the refrigerator pretty much almost empty, just in case they were going to search the fridge when we got to the border crossing. And then we were there for one night, and then when we got into Vermont, we just went food shopping. So Yeah, it's really it's as long as you have your ducks in a row and you have all your paperwork and you yes, do not do not offer any other information other than what they ask. If they ask you a question, a yes or no question, answer yes or no and don't add anything to it. And you'll have a lot easier time going through there. Don't do you have this and this? Yes, but no buts. Yes or no. Jim had stopped at the duty free before we crossed the border, and don't joke with them exactly. Um, Jim had stopped at the duty free. He picked up cigarettes, and the guy says, "Are you going to declare anything?" And he says, "Well, I have 2 cartons of cigarettes from the duty free. That's all I have." Um, and the guy was like, "Well, that's okay. That's whatever." Don't joke with them. Be not. Be cordial. Be respectful. Good afternoon, sir, ma'am, whoever. But don't add anything to. Yeah, most of them do not have it. Like I said, we got lucky with the lady when we were coming back into New York, because I guess she must have been like really bored because there was only one car in front of us, nobody else was around, and we were able to strike up a nice conversation with her, and she was stuff like that. But that guy going in was like all business, all business. They will just find a reason to pull you over. Nope, can't call him. Come on, Daryl, you know. You've been over here enough. But yeah, just yes, no, and be on your way. That's it. We watched enough videos to get enough information before we left, right up until the day before, just to make sure we didn't miss anything. They hold more power than cops. Good that I have a friend who was, yeah. Gord's mom was a customs officer for 40 years. They didn't let her work the booth because she was too friendly. Really? Wow. If you think about things since 9/11, they had the worst job in the world. Everybody hates the process. Yeah. Yeah, just kindness and respect. And yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. And 9 times out of 10, you'll be okay. I had butterflies in my stomach the entire 15 minutes we were sitting there waiting to go in, because I was swearing up and down that they were going to pull us over just so they could check stuff, and they didn't. I had a very cute one, and she was really nice. Brenda? What's up, Brenda? She's the only one that says Sonia. Why are you on Facebook, Brenda? How's South Jersey today, Brenda? Yeah, they just watch your P's and Q's when you're crossing the border. If they don't, even if you look at them cross-eyed, they don't like how you're answering, they won't pull you over. And I was even saying to Jim, I was like, the inside of the camper from driving all this way, is going to be a little messy. And then they're just going to make it messier on top of that. South Jersey is cold, Jesus. North Jersey is cold too. Don's mom will still choke me if I didn't say ma'am and sir, yeah. Nexus goes a long ways. Brenda. On the upside, Captain. He's search. No. Fatima's husband goes to Windsor of all the time. He just realizes that they have a job to keep us safe. Yeah, I mean, guy that Daryl had going down was asking about his truck. I'm sure. I mean, if they seem like after they get through everything that they have to do, and if they relax and chill out, then you may be able to have a small little conversation with them. But so, like I said, we got lucky. My mind was full of what ifs. Next is your pre-screened. Oh, okay. I kept saying to Jim, well, what if this and what if that and blah, blah, blah. He's like, oh, don't worry about the what ifs. I said, no, you don't understand. That's how my brain works. It's not like about the here and now. It's like, well, what if this happens and then what do we do? Or what if that happens, then what do you do? And he's like, stop getting yourself all blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, all right, whatever. We won't be saying that if something happens. Hey, Rob. Rob, I got your 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 um your contest winning in the mail yesterday. I truly appreciate it. Thank you very much. I really appreciate the brushes. Thank you, Rob. Worst case is worst case it's an inconvenience unless you're hiding something. Exactly. That's yeah. If you have nothing to hide, if you answer their questions and you don't act funny or nervous or anxious or anything, you got nothing to worry about. Got to worry about the what ifs. Yeah, that's just how my brain works. Like I said, Jim is in the here and now, and my brain goes, well, one step further. Well, what if, the only thing, like I said, I didn't know about was the truck insurance. That's the only thing that I didn't even know about. No, Daryl, I don't think they'll like that too much. I mean, you could try, but getting hubby not to act funny, I may have to smuggle him in. Just put a piece of duct tape over his mouth, that's all. Shut up and let me do the talking. I made Jim drive over because I didn't want to sit there and and at the crossing, so I made him drive. I drove on the way back. He drove on the way in. Yeah, charity, but I made a checklist, of stuff that we absolutely had to make sure of. And like I said, I checked the website right up until the Friday before we left to make sure that we didn't miss anything. Gord crossed over from Victoria to Olympic Peninsula in a rental and came back the next morning with nothing to declare, and they found that suspicious. They had the dogs go through the rental. Really? Hey, Charlie Grace, how are you? We thinks a bit of humor is good with this stuff, but not with anxiety-prone partners. So yeah, it's definitely an experience. Definitely an experience. You're super ready for what? What are you super ready for? You're super ready to cross the border? What is Charlie Gray super ready for? I'm super border ready. I could go north or south, but right now I'm thinking south. Oh yeah, we were just talking because Charity and her husband have never been out of the country, so they were just asking about the border crossings and what we went through and stuff. Mona's still here with her fig leaves. I hope you have more on than just fig leaves, Mona. Tell them that the border to Alabama has a toll. The entire Northeast corridor has tolls, Charlie Grace. Well, at least up here, anyway. Sue went from Detroit across the bridge of Canada to pick up the hockey stick her granddaughter left after a match. The guard was like, "What?" That's funny. And so, did they let you in, Sue? Like, what happened with that? Why would he be surprised? I guess it's kind of odd for. Sporting the leaves is all. No, you got the whole damn fig leaf on. She's like, if they let Fatima cross, anybody can get through. Fatima be speeding around the border crossing in her high-speed wheelchair. They be pulling her over, giving her speeding tickets. Caden and Daryl left the passports at the hotel for a tournament, and we got to the border. They sent us in, and 10 minutes later let us through. Oh. Have coffee, Will Race. Were you going back in, Daryl, or were you coming here? It's your YouTube anniversary today. At least I have leaves. Going in, the only S was the parking one. So, what? How did they? I mean, obviously they saw that you had Canadian license plates. You just told them that you left your passports at the hotel? They had to verify. I mean, how do they go about doing that? Cookie rented a car and drove to Cabo San Lucas. I hope the roads have improved. That's crazy. And they just pulled us up in the computer with your license. Oh, okay. I got you. There's Gordon Mona flirting again. Are you flipping collars again today? Mona, you gotta watch out flipping that collar, you know? Like a car accident. Don't forget to be flipping those collars. So yeah, I have no plans on traveling south of the border. I did my north of the border crossing, so I think I'm good for a while. The collar and the blender, yes. Mona and Gord were flipping collars at each other. And flipping hair, yeah. Yep, yep, yep. You can put your collar in the blender if you want. It's up to you. Gord is entering the US of A on the 26th. And where are you going, Mr. Gord? Right, Daryl? You gotta watch out for her. Well, Fort Lauderdale to Bimini, Bahamas, and then 3 days in the Keys. So you're taking a cruise from Fort Lauderdale to the Bahamas? You're getting on the cruise ship? Because I have news for you, Gord. You can't drive there. Yes, she did. Oh, a ferry, okay. She definitely missed the customs dock, yes. Floating in my RV. Yeah, you missed the whole conversation about border crossing and what you have to do and what you can't do, what you shouldn't do, blah, blah, blah. Hey, blessed one, how are you? Good evening. As... What the hell was his name? Good evening. Yes, Cookie, definitely. Charity did a cruise from Jacksonville to the Bahamas. I learned I don't have my sea legs. Ooh, I do. I have sea legs, thank God. Just... What the heck was that guy's name? John. Oh, his name is on the tip of my tongue. He always used to say, "Good evening." It was it was like a long time, right, Gord? It was like, how long was she gone for that she missed it? Pfft, at least a half an hour. No, not the Twilight Zone. What the heck was that? He was an English actor. John. on, Sue, help me out. Um, she showed up with bells on. No, not Alfred Hitchcock. Dramamine, Fatima. Dramamine. No, not John. Mona, not John Holmes. Stop. Get your mind out of the gutter. They gave me some meds on the ship that helped a lot. Yeah. She showed up with leaves on. No, not John Holmes. Oh my god. Mona. No, not Jack Palance. His first name was John. Ah! I have to Google it now. Because I'm going to feel like an ass after I remember what it is. No, it was not John Holmes. Get your mind out of the gutter. The ferry is a high-speed catamaran, super smooth. John... You're welcome, Cookie, anytime, you know that. No, not Mr. Bean. I know what his name is. Had an unimportant phone call. No, it's not Mr. Bean. You're all crazy. Ugh. You're thinking, Mona, you're thinking of Good Evening, Mr. Holmes. I found that. That's not what I'm looking for, though. Crap. Anyway, not important. No, not John Gilmore. I'm going back like the 50s and 60s, Fatima. No, Rob. Forget it. It's not important. He always used to say, "Good evening. My name is John." I can't remember his last name. I'll be quiet, Daryl. No, that's Alfred Hitchcock. You're Gomer Pyle. With your Gomer Pyle self. Doing all your Gomer Pyle things. No, not John Newman. Like I said, it'll come to me at like 3 o'clock tomorrow morning. Wake me up out of a dead sleep. He was in a movie, if this helps, back in the 80s. John Houseman. Ha! John Houseman. Good evening. My name is John Houseman. That's it. John Houseman. It's not a game. I was losing my mind, Bree. Yes, British act. John Houseman. John Houseman. None of you remember John Houseman? He's a British actor. Google him. You'll see what I'm talking about. Thank you, Sue. Wow, Cookie. You all live under a rock. Yes, Paper Chase. Exactly. Thank you, Sue. You all live under a rock. Anybody that has not seen Paper Chase should be hung by their fingernails. Hung by your fingernails. You can't even spell Fraggle. That's not how you spell Fraggle. See, I knew it would come. Yes. All of you people, or most of you, are older than I am, and none of you ever watched Paper Chase. I think the only one here that's younger than I am is Rob. I'm not sure. The only one I saw him into was Paper Chase. Cookie, go back under your rock. You're fired. Cookie, you're fired. I'm from the West. We followed different actors in the 50s and 60s. Have I seen... I see, I'm not a fan of Western movies. I'm not a big fan of Westerns. I've heard of Paint Your Wagon, but I've never seen it. Yes. Francis the Talking Mule and Ma and Pa Kettle. Ma and Pa Kettle, I know that one. Anyway, John Houseman he's been gone for quite a while now, but he was in that movie Paper Chase in the 80s. And he did a bunch of commercials and stuff like that. Yes, I am, Mona. I am calling you old. You are old. O-L-D. Old. My point exactly. I grew up bulldog and cattle and watching westerns. Old is cool. Like I said, the only person in here that's younger than I am is Rob. I'm kidding, y'all. You know that. Oh, that's right. Bree is younger than me, too. That's right. 7 Brides for 7 Brothers. Yes, I've heard of that. It's not old, it's wise. Rob and Bree. That's it, Cookie. No, Bruce is older than me by 8 years. I was in top chat. Must be your old age kicking in. Yeah. Actually, believe it or not, Cookie, Bree is older than Rob by a couple years. Rob's still in his 30s. Bree, focus. Friggin' Rob. I am 49. 49. You are 2 years older than I am, though. Yes, Cookie, exactly. They can't go on the rides unless they're this tall. Damn you, Rob! Mona and friends, Rob. No, she's 42 now, I think. Bite me. Yeah, Rob's the youngest. He's in his late 30s. I'm older than Don? Really? And we're not talking about like dog years either, you know. Like I'm 5 in dog years. Sometimes I still got carded. I haven't gotten carded in a long time. She is 42, Fatima. She loves getting carded. Oh, okay. So then, you're good. Yeah, I know that's true, Mona. Like I said, it's been years. Gord gets carded for senior discounts. The only card they ask from is is the only card they ask me for is immigration. I pretend I don't understand. They don't sell Purple Passion. Purple Passion? When I go through one of those stores where they card everyone, I always say, now you're flirting. Charity gets mad because she doesn't get carded anymore. Ah. Yeah, I don't know. Now, if you're talking like you want to go back, Mona, let's go back. Mad Dog 2020. I don't know what Purple Passion is, though. I never heard of that. Oh, okay. When Daryl bounced at the club, he used to card older ladies that made their day. Mad Dog, yeah. Oof. Heck yeah. That was. I'm going like. I'm going back like 20 years, Mona. Thunderbird. That was my grandmother's drink back in the day. Thunderbird. How about Old English 800? OE 800? What was the other one? Colt 45. We had Mad Dog before the Purple Passion Rage, but you gotta remember I'm straight smack in Iowa. Corn country. Yeah, that's true. Then you should know all about Everclear, Mona. Cookie was in the airport at Chicago one time. They carded everyone. The man in front of me was obviously in his 80s and was totally confused. He said, I haven't been carded in 40 years. Schlitz, oh God. Back in the day, being carded was nothing because everybody could fake their ID, yeah. Mona's grandfather drank Everclear. That's just like, you want to, oof. I've never had it, but I mean, next to, 91% pure rubbing alcohol. Everclear is the stuff at Champions. Yeah, if you can drink Everclear, set yourself on fire. It's rough even compared to moonshine. That's what I've heard. It's like turpentine. Mm-mm-mm. The local brewery here uses Everclear as a sanitizer. I believe it. Charity said cherries soaked in Everclear. I've had gummy bears soaked in coconut rum. Those are pretty good. It's an ingredient in trash can punch. That's it, right? Just throw it all in there. Mix it up. When it gets pure moonshine from the south, 2 drinks will do ya. Atomic cherries. There you go. Gummy bears. Yep. And it's, I mean, you leave them in the fridge overnight, soaking in that, whatever you decide, whatever your alcohol, your liquor of choice is. And it's like, take them out the next day, and there's like, where did all the juice go? And they get real big, like double in size. It's been a long time. Longer time. But anyway, my peeps, it is 9 o'clock. Coming up on 2 hours. Clean stickers off of car windows. Better wear gloves. Cookie passes through the... Okay. Anyway, thanks everybody for hanging out. Hope you had fun. It was definitely an interesting conversation. So Charity and Don, you know what you now have to do to get across the border and what not to do. And I think that Bruce is painting tomorrow night, so we'll be up there with him. And then we'll be back here again on Friday. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do. And if you do, blame it on... Who can we blame it on tonight? Bree was blamed on Friday, and she was very happy about it. Let's blame it on Charity. There we go. Blame it on Charity. Everybody have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you soon.